Good morning, guys. This is Paula, and today I am going to start my new traveler's notebook. Again, this is the traveler's notebook that I do for Cheaply Chic. I'm on the design team. Just a reminder for those of you that didn't know. So I do I usually try to do at least 3 videos, and sometimes I do every single video that I do on the book. So it just depends on how my time is. And so you can go over to Lynette, is her name, at Cheaply Chic. I'll link it below, and purchase a traveler's notebook, and it comes with a kit. And there's other things that you can purchase if you want to, but aren't required. And you do not have to subscribe to any kind of monthly thing. It's, if you like the book and you want it that month, you can purchase it. There's no commitment. It's just like going to Etsy and purchasing anything. So it's a great deal. Lynette does a beautiful job, and she has a title every month for each book, which is awesome. It has all kinds of goodies inside the book, and when you get it home, you can add all of your goodies to it also, which makes it lots of fun. So let's get started. I'm going to try to accomplish 3 pages or 3 layouts, and if I don't, I'll do at least 2 today. Okay, so the book is called Wings. Okay, it has a seam binding tie that goes around it. The tassels do not go on it. I added those already to get the book ready. But you get all kinds of goodies. And then here, Lynette gives you hearts to put on your strings each month to go along with the theme. And yeah, you can do, she does different things inside the book itself each month. So you always have plenty of tea-stained paper. You always have plenty of that on hand, and different papers throughout, like a school days page. She does lots of flips. There's a ledger. She does it, those 2 things every month. This month, we're getting this black sheet, and she also got us a, where'd it go? I gotta find my pen. She got us a pen, a white pen, the very best, of course, and it's the Signo, let's see, I think that's the name of it, yeah, Uniball gel pen, or it's actually called, let me see if it has an exact name on here. Well, you'll see, because I'm going to use it, that it has, it flows really nicely and everything on here. So, I already decided what I'm going to do for the first layout, and actually the one in the center of the book. So, let's start in the center of the book. All right, and this book is titled Wings. Wings. Early, guys. You know, I went to bed like 3 o'clock last night. And I just woke up about 30 minutes ago, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. So, I did wake up earlier than normal. So, I have this thing I do sometimes with my doilies. I haven't done it in a while, but here's this doily, which is I'm going to put in the center of the book once we're done with this. I'm just going to glue it in the center when we're done. But this is the center right here, and you'll see that it fits edge to edge, okay? And you can get doilies in the baking section at Hobby Lobby, and there may be some other sections that you can get it as well. Okay, so I'm not going to go through everything that's in the kit. You can go to Lynette's channel on Cheaply Chic, and she goes through everything that you get in the kit that goes along with the journal if you buy the full kit. You can buy just the journal if you want. So you have the options to do whichever one works for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold my doily into itself here. I've got my stamping mat to make life a little bit easier when stamping. So I'm going to do it like this because this is the direction it'll be in the book. And we're just going to do this right here in the middle. It won't take us but just a second. But it's super simple. Just have to get a bunch of stuff out, which is no big deal. We're going to start with an archival ink. All of these are archival. And we're going to use the Plum. If I can get it off. Yep, there we go. Plum, which goes along with the front of the book. This isn't really plum. It's maroon or burgundy. I know there's a difference, but they all seem the same to me. So we're going to use that color. We're going to use black, and we're going to use gray. And then we'll use green for the leaves. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with the flower. So here's a flower, and it's going to be the plum color. And you just want to ink it up really good so you don't make any boo-boos. I say that, and I'll probably make them now. I think I'll put that down. It's lots easier. Let's see. There we go. Now I'm just going to start right in the middle. Now that's a plum. It looks dark, I know, but it really goes great. So I'm just going to, I mean, it's simple. You can see how simple it is. This is just a sketchy flower. There's not much to it. You can use any kind of flower you like. If you use these stamping pads are like, you could also use like a mouse pad or something like that. You get pretty good results with your stamping. Although my last two have had one little area that kind of looks not perfect. Now I'm going to stamp off of the page a little bit. If I don't like it, we'll pull out another doily. I have a second doily here. That's the nice thing, is always have an extra if you can. And then you don't have to worry about it if you mess up, right? Okay. Now that didn't ink as perfect, but, you know, because it is on a clear block, you could probably go back and do it a second time. If you know, if you're experienced with lining it up. I'm taking it out this way so it doesn't look so, I don't know how to put it, perfect. Although it's really hard not to get it like even, because you just have a tendency to want to do that. Okay, so I think I might stop right there because these are not quite as filled as the others. Now, I'm going to see, I'm going to just look, let me look at the worst one. And none of them are bad. It's just these around the outside aren't as full of ink as the others. And so I'm just going to see if I can line it back up. Now my head may get into this. If it does, I'm sorry. Okay. That is better. Right here is the one I did. Now I'm going to go to the right and do this one too, because it looks about the same way. Watch my head. Yeah, I got that one almost too dark. Let's go right here and get this one. I'm thinking in my head, do I like that? Not really. I think I held it down too long. Let's just see how these turn out before I decide. I did not get on this one perfect. That's why they're looking wide. So since we have time, we're going to just pull out the second one. It's not like I'm that picky, but I just thought it would. We've got plenty of time on this. You put it down, just kind of press. Make sure what I did wrong on that last one is I didn't get the ink on all the edges nicely. So, and if you hold it down, like to the count of 5, you'll get a better image usually. If you're noticing all of them are so far are not looking too shoddy. Okay, let's go right here. I think I'm going to turn them a little bit so they're not perfectly identical. Yeah, these are doing much better because I'm holding them down for a little bit and kind of pressing nicely and holding it down for just a few seconds. Now, all of these are fine. It's the next ones that will probably be in question. The ones that won't be perfect, that's all right. I'm going to try to get them as perfect as I can. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, it's still going to show a little bit of white on these outside ones, but it's not that noticeable, at least to me. And I'm not even going to worry about them because the ones that were important to me were the ones in here. And I didn't get them as good on the last doily. The reason there's a little bit of white in these particular flowers is because the doily starts having little openings and gaps. And it's hard to fill that up, you know. But I don't really care about that. So there we go. All done, as Charlie would say. Let me get a wipey so I can wipe off my stamp. I just wipe it off. Archival ink will stain your ink pads, but it's not a big deal. You know, every stamp I have, it seems like has a... So I flip my my pad over. This is the side I had the flower on. Here is the center. I'm just going to do a little dot of a center. And I think I'm going to do it black. Now you're probably going, black? We could do it other colors, but I don't want this to be overly colorful. And this is the smallest, you know, image. So, just put it in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just do that. You don't have to do it out loud. I'm just going to do it now. Now these on the edge are going to do just like the others. They're going to have a little bit of a white spot. And if you notice, this is, I believe it's jet black. It's still not a harsh black. All right. Got all of those. Gonna wipe it off. And then we'll move it so we can do the next one, which is gonna be the leaves. I do want to practice the leaves. I want to put them on my little block. And I'm going to pull out the old one that we kind of practiced on, just to practice the green and the, I'll put these lids back on before I forget. Okay, so we're going to do the greens. And this is Vivid Carius. I don't know how to say that. It's a weird name. So we're going to ink it up really well. And then you want to decide which way you want your flowers to go. You know, it really doesn't matter. Now, see, that one needs to be inked with more ink on it. So I'm glad we practiced. Let's try it again. Okay, that's better. And it's because our ink, I didn't get enough ink on the first one, because we were waking up the stamp. Wake up. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way we're going to go here. I'm just going to do it like this and get this on my ink pad for a second. Kind of hold it there for a second. And then decide where you want it. Hold it for a count of 5. You get a better finish. Now, on this stamp, you can go and turn it and put your leaves in a different place so they don't look so, you know, 1, 2, 3. You can get your leaves going different directions. So there's not a wrong way to put these on, is what I'm saying. Okay, let's see. I think I'll put this one. Well, I need some more ink now because I probably messed around too long. I think I'm going to put it like this. Yeah, I just don't, you know, I just don't want them to look identical. So let's do this little guy while we're right here. Now on the ones along the edge that aren't as beautiful, I would put their flowers toward the inside, like, you know, like I just did on that one and this one. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one right here. Let's do that one right here. Now, I got that awfully close to this one, so I'm going to try to go over here and I'm just kind of turn it this other way. I think it's going to look pretty close to the other one. Now, it didn't stamp as well. So I'm going to see if I can go over it. Here comes my head. Yeah, I overlaid it a little bit, but it didn't look good to me, so we're going to go here. I usually kind of go the direction there's more space. And we have one more. Okay, now that one is a little thick compared to the others, but that's okay. I'm not concerned about that. You know, perfection is not a thing with junk journals. Not really. Okay, so I was going to look and see if I had any hearts on these stamps, but I don't. So we're going to do, oh, here's a butterfly. Let's do the little butterfly. Let me put it on. Okay, here's the little butterfly. Let's just put him straight on here. Now, he's pretty big. He's as big as the flower, but, you know, we're not caring about that. I have gray. It's called Shadow Gray by Archival, or Ranger. Okay, I'm going to get this really inked, and then we're going to set this one aside and practice on this. Okay. Now, ooh, I think that's too big. Well, yeah, I don't like that. So, I'm not going to put a butterfly on it right now. We can always go back and add something. We could, oh, I know what we could do. Let me grab it. Where did it go? I just had the stamps right in front of me. It's funny how that happens, huh? Okay. So we have a little tiny cluster of 3 in this right here. It can be, it's actually made to be one of your choices for the center of the flower. But because the butterfly was too big, I didn't bring it over here and measure it. So I probably should have, but I didn't. So now we're just going to put it on the back of this. Let me wipe off the butterfly real fast. Doesn't have much on him. I really try to take care of my stamps. I'm not always perfect at it, but I like to think I try to do a decent job. So we're going to use the gray for these little clusters. They may not be super dark, but you'll notice that they're there. Okay, I'm going to ink this one real well. And we're going to put it right here. Yeah, see, it's tiny. I'm just going to do it on the main part of the doily. I'll spread some more out so it's not so perfect. Okay. That kind of fills in that little spot there that seems bare. Let's see if we need any more. I think that's good. I'll wipe it off, and then we'll move on and pull our book into the story here. Put up my ink pad. Move that out of the way. Move this out of the way. Okay, so there we go. Let me get our book. Okay, now this is the center of the book. So you can do it however you want, but I'm going to pull my strings straight down so my hearts will be at the bottom. And I'm trying to think which direction I want this to go. Right there, I think. Now you can find the center. Make sure everything lines up on the 4 sides. And I want to pull that over a little. It's mostly on the sides that you'll have to watch. And once you find where it needs to go, you just kind of fix it right here and kind of make a fold in the doily. Okay, now I'm going to fold it in half. Make my little crease here so that it opens and closes really well. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get out my Fabri-Tac and hope it behaves. You know how that goes. I'm going to just glue to one side of the line there. I'm just going to help pull it over and kind of try to get my pinky over there to hold it a little bit. I'm just going to go right straight down beside the doily, just on the inside portion, right there, okay? So that seals it down by the crack of the book, or the, you know, where the everything was bound. And now I'm just kind of mimicking the inside of the doily. I don't know if that's going to be the exact size, but it's close enough. And I'm just kind of swiggling some glue down that way. Now we have this side. You want to kind of press down on this side and go with your pinky along that crease to get that line of glue. Now, I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to kind of flip my book around so it's easier for me to do. I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to do it this way. Keep your string straight down. If you want it to dangle, if you don't care, you don't have to do that. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with it straight down the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to mimic the circle. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to put this side down. I'm going to kind of bring this side up so that, you know, we have it looking really in the center of the book. Now, there's all these little areas around the outside. We're going to see if we need to do those. It looks like that one's already sealed down. So just do, you know, the ones that are going to be flopping around on the page. You don't want that. See, most of them got caught by that first amount. But if there's any that you don't like, because you know it's going to get bent up if you don't put it down as far out as you can on the doily. I'm not worried about it getting bent personally. So I'm going to just double check them all. Just kind of make sure they're all pressed down when you go to the other side. Did all 4 of those. I think we just have one little one to do right here. Yeah. So there you go. We've got the center of our book done. Now, you can do this however you want. You're going to see, I got a little bit of, when I did this thing right here, my ink wasn't completely dry. So you can see there's little smudges, but you know, those don't bother me at all. If they bug you, do another one. You know, that's the nice thing about it. You can keep going. So I think that's where I'm going to let this page end. And then, I mean, we could add some butterflies kind of around the outside, but I don't want to go crazy. Simple to me is, or less is best, you know. It's what it makes me think of. So I'm going to put something between this page. Here's some plastic, since the ink wants to smear right now, so that we can move on to the second layout. We're going to go to the very front of the book. Now, I'm not putting my library pocket on the very front of the book this time, because I'm going to do it different. I love the way this looks. I don't want to put anything on the feathers, okay? Now, we've got this open. I'm going to kind of prop my scissors right there and get it held down a little bit. I'm going to clip this page back so it stays back for me right there. Now, on this page, I've got everything kind of cut out. I didn't ink anything on this page. I'm not worried about it because it's black. So the colors are black, maroon, and kind of an off-white. Okay, that's the main colors. I'm going to make a pocket out of this. I just cut it, you know, just a little bit shy, so that it doesn't have to be perfectly down into the binding, because the least you put in the binding area, the better your book will close, okay? So let's just start off with the pocket. I will ink anything that has white edges, because if I don't, you can see those raw edges, and I don't like that. Are you guys that way? I don't like to see the raw edges. Okay. Make sure there's no glue in the middle. And I'm going to take it down next to this fringe on the bottom, but I'm not going to line it up with that, because it's just slightly, it'll be slightly crooked if you do. Whoops, I'm sliding things around here. Now you want to hold that down the best you can. I got a little bit of glue right there on my black paper. I'm going to get that while it's wet. Okay. Oh, I forgot something. Forgot my doily. So let's pull that back up. Dang it. Darn it. Here is a floral doily that I have in my stash. And so I'm going to put it on like right down the middle and fold it under. Okay. Well, I don't know that I'm going to fold it under. I'll fold it under just, I'll put it this way. I'll fold it under or even it up, one or the other. Let's see what looks the best. And then you have this other half you can use somewhere else. Now this doily does have a little bit of a hangover. Yeah, I'm just going to line it up with the edge. So let me make sure these are pushed back down. I did get, there's a little bit of glue right there. Telling you, it just does its own thing, that glue does. You can see right here where I don't have my tassels perfect, but that's all right. Okay, so let me punch. Just notice there's a couple little that didn't have it ready there. I'm going to go around and across there like that. There's a couple little areas that are kind of bare. Put your glue on those. Go up across the side here. Now this is going to seep through a little bit. I'm going to pull my book down so I can see to get at get it lined up just perfect. Sorry for my head. I'm glad I at least brushed my hair this morning. Again, you're going to have a little bit that will hang over the edge, and we'll clip that in just a minute. Or we'll trim it off, I guess. So what I'm saying, although the one on toward the binding is kind of already done its thing. So we'll just leave it. And we'll just trim a little bit off here. Let me get my paper where I don't cut anything. So there we go on that side. I'm going to go ahead and cut it on this side because it's not going to be perfect. Let me kind of get up in the... just that section right there that's sticking out. Okay, now, make sure I got that out of there. Don't know where it ended up. Okay, so hopefully over here is dry since this fell out. I'm still going to leave it there for a little bit. Okay, now we have our pocket. So, I'm going to take the tag. Lynette makes a tag each time to match the cover. And so, I cut mine off a little bit because it was longer than I wanted. And she does that so you can decide how you want it done. Now I'm going to use the feather side. On the other side, I'll show you in just a second what the other side looks like. It is actually the outside of the journal. It's that gray. Okay. The ink up there. It's this other side here. You could do that side, but I just like the brightness of doing it this way. So she's already punched a hole. Now I went ahead and got the things I wanted and put in this little bag so I wouldn't have to chase it around. So I'm just going to get 3 of the fibers. You always get a bag of fibers with your book. So I'm going to do the added color as a blue, kind of the color that you do little touches of. I'm going to do that as blue. There's blue in some of the feathers, if you notice. Here is this gold that goes with there's some gold foiling in the book. I love this gold. Then some marooned fiber. And I'm going to hold it in the middle because I want to put it in through my tag. Make a little loop. Or actually, I like, in order to keep from having to glue it. Excuse me. Excuse me. There was something weird how cough and then sneeze. Sorry, ladies. Hopefully I don't start getting a runny nose now. Oh my goodness. All of the Bradford pears in Oklahoma are blooming. And so I have an allergy to those. So I've been expecting sneezing and runny nose and stuff. They just started blooming a couple days ago. It's crazy. Everything's trying to bloom. It's not, you know, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we don't have another big bout of ice or snow. I'm just tying that. One time is all I ever tie them. They stay. If you notice it's loosening up, just tie double knot. But yeah, mine's staying. Look at that. See all the different colors? It's so neat. And then now we're going to put this in our pocket. It may not be completely dry yet, so, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm just going to pull it down a little ways so you'll see what it will look like, and then I'll take it out so it can dry. She included several different color feathers and different kinds. This one is the maroon. So when this dries, I'm going to slip this in the pocket. Just kind of put it in there and give it, you know, a different kind of look. Simple page, but it makes a statement, and I like that. So I'm going to take that out so it doesn't get glue on it. No glue so far, so I'm going to lay it right here, lay the feather right there, and we can move on to page 3. Where was I going to put that? Let's just put it, I don't think I really decided, so we'll just put it on the second page. So we're going to go to the next kit, which is this bag and a black tag. Okay, now I'm taking all the little pieces out. This tag is black. It had, of course it is, but so it picks up anything it touches. So I'm going to kind of, I don't know what that was. That's on the front there. It's like it picked up glitter or something. I don't know what. There's not any glitter to pick up. Okay, inside here also we have our library pocket, which needs to be inked. I'll move all these things to the side here. I think that's everything out of this bag. Yeah, I folded this bag down and glued it because I wanted the bag to be smaller, or shorter, I should say, than it actually was. So it's going to go right here. So let's just glue it down. How about that? It's only going to be a bag that holds it. I'm not putting an extra place in here because I have found when I journal, I have plenty of room if I finish out, you know, doing a little bit each day and putting plenty of tags, you know. I like to journal mostly on tags, but I journal on it all. I mean, I'm all over the place. I haven't been journaling, but this is like my 3rd or 4th month to journal. And, yeah, this is fun. So, hello, let's put this, I'm going to line it up as close to the side over here on the right. And then just kind of get it in place. Make sure it's straight. It's that little curve that always gets you, right? I just kind of keep rubbing it every now and then. Give it a chance to dry. Okay. Now, we're going to move over here and attempt to do our library card. I'm going to ink it first. Let me kind of fold this back. You can use Vintage Photo, or you can use one of the darker. You can do Walnut, or you can do Soot is another good one because it has the black in it. You could do the maroon. You could do whatever color you want. Let's take out your library card while you're inking. Okay, I'm going to take this part off that goes on the back just while we ink, and then we'll put it down. Now I'm going to do right here. Try to keep this from, oops, don't lay it down like I did. It'll stick. I'm just trying to get something in there so I can ink this area without, I'm kind of inking down because I want it to be around the edges to be darker. So I'm going to do it over here too. Because just the edges are going to show after we decorate this. But I want it to not be so stark white. And I'm going to do that back here. Okay. All right. So that's all we need to ink right now. So we're going to come over here and we're going to, it has adhesive on the back. So we're going to come over here and put the pocket down. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap on the bottom, about the size of the one I leave on this left side. My left, you're right. Go over here, make sure my bag is sticking nicely here in this spine area. Just didn't want it to stick up. Okay, oh, I didn't ink this. So we're just going to ink around the edge on this one. Nothing crazy. Just around the edge. Because, again, this is pretty white. But I don't want it super dark. And I don't want it messy looking. So just doing just like that. Now, on this one, we'll have to do the back. Because that is another area that dates could be stamped. Or I think what I'm going to do on mine this time, and I thought about this after I completed my book the last time, I'm going to date each time I work on it. I'm not going to date it the days that I journal, because I journal a little bit every day. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now, this is going to go in here. And where is my decorating stuff here? Oh, here it is. We're going to use some black. I got the black cardstock out of my stash. And I got this bag out of my stash. But so far, I did get the 2 doilies also out of my stash. The white one and she, most of the time, she gives us one of those giant doilies. But this little doily right here came out of my stash. All right, so now let's glue down this black because it's kind of like the mat of a photo. So it's going to be behind this paper on the bag. Just so we don't have that stark white sticking out at us. So I'm just going to do this like I'm matting. Going to have a little bit of a space around the whole thing. Get it straight. Yeah, right there. That's good enough. Make sure there's no glue to stick your pages together. Oh, a little bit right there. On cardstock, you want to be careful not rub it too much because it, you know, it'll come off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this side keeps wanting to poke up. See it? And I'm going to get a little clip here out of my dish. Okay. And I'm going to clip it. Now I'm going to have to clip my little tassel too. Well, I say I'm going to clip it. I don't know if it will go in there and clip or not. It's not quite long enough. Let me get one of these others. They're a little bit longer. There we go. And then we'll clip this other, the other side here. Let's see if we can clip it on the outside. No, I have to come around. I just want to make sure when things are heavier like this library tag is, you kind of have to, you know, hold it, clip it down. I have a bunch of clips on my desk to clip the edges down. Okay, now this matches this bag. I had a tag made out of this, and I just decided, and I'm going to turn it the opposite way. I'm going to glue it down there. I just decided that I would sacrifice the tag to match up the bag. That kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to, you know, do the glue. Make sure you get the corners and the edges. All right. Okay. So it gives you a nice border on here. I like that Fabri-Tac gives you some time, some wiggle room on moving your glued project down. Doesn't dry as quick as the glitter glue, but it does dry quick. All right, so we've got that here. I want to put one of these little black designs down in the front of the book. Now, I will go back and decorate this with my white pen. As a matter of fact, let's just do it. That way, if it doesn't cooperate, we can move some of this stuff out of the way. If it doesn't cooperate, then we can find something else to put on there, right? So I have no plan for this. I don't know why I'm shaking it. I always take my finger and make sure the ink is flowing. Something about the body temperature. I'm basically, right now, I don't know what I want to say on here. So I'm just kind of going to outline the design itself. Okay, and I'm just exactly following it the best I can. It's not going to be perfect. Another thing you got to remember when you use the Signo pen is it is wet. Okay, so we're going to let it dry before we actually attach it to the pocket. You have to give it a little time to dry, not super long. This pen is really doing a good job. And I'll admit, I've had some that don't. But if you do that little trick, you know, that lets it kind of flow out, it makes a huge difference. I got that a little off, but there you go. Not bad, huh? So let's go ahead and get our tag out and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this to the side. I don't know yet what I want to say on there. We'll just have to see. Now this tag has a little bit of a design on one side. You can flip it over and use the other side if you don't want the design. The design's not noticeable. At least I like it better on the design side. But you can do it however you want. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to outline around the outside. I'm just going to do a straight line, doodle a little bit, and then do a straight line, doodle, doodle. And I just kind of do a squiggly line at that point. Ooh, didn't get that too straight, did I? And I do the lines different lengths, so they don't have to all look. Hello guys, I don't know what happened to the video. Everything is correct on my phone. It just cut off. And so you didn't get to see me do the tag or put the this little section here on, which is basically a piece of that other tag that I cut up. Put the little white reinforcer on there. Put the fibers on. Here's how the tag turned out. I like it. Has 2 fibers. Those do come in the kit. And I don't doodle the back, just the front. And then I'm going to put this in this pocket. Just enough to leave everything, you know, out at the top. And over here, I went ahead and put our sticker on. And I put it up on the top half. So, that is how our book turned out. our page turned out. I also forgot to show you this little, that's the third layout, so we're going to end this video. But I forgot to show you the, if I can get my fingers around this little bag. These are hard. The little ones are so hard for me to open. Lynette makes every month. She makes that tag for you. And she makes this, this, it's kind of like a, what do you call it? Bookmark is what she calls them. Okay, so each end has, this one particularly has a black, this one has a maroonish color bead. Looks really great. And you can just put it wherever you last journaled. And it goes in there like that. And then you close it. And yeah, super easy. Let me take these clips off so I can get my tassels back down like they go. Now we can go back to the first page. I'm going to just leave our marker. Let's move it over here for now. I'm going to bring my tassels back down. And now we're going to put this stuff in the pocket because it should be dry. Just take it down there. It's just where you want it on the book. I like to kind of have these up and hanging out the top. And then you put your feather in. As soon as I get my fingers under there the right way. I love that feather in there, don't you? Look at that. We have our tassels back in place. Why do tassels never hang like tassels are supposed to? Do you know I bought a roll of white tassels so that if I ever want to put them on, I can. And I know why they look like that. It's because they're wadded all around the spool. But I straightened them out, and I had to glue most of them. I'm like, you know, why call them a tassel if they're sticking straight up, right? I'm just saying. Okay, so that is the first layout. Has our little tassel right there. And this is our second layout. Whoops. We could have put something right in here. I'm thinking what it could have been. I feel like it needs something right in there. But I'm looking at buttons. Not a button. I don't know. But when you see this page next time, it may have a bird or something right there. Or a bird on front of this. I don't think I want to cover this up because it matches this. But a little bird could sit on top of this library pocket and make it look less blank up on the top. So we may do that before the next video. I'll just have to see what I have. All right, and then we have our third layout on the very center right here. I feel like this needs some black. But do I take a chance with my black pen? I think I will. Okay, let me make sure you're in camera. I just feel like it's kind of blasé. But I'll just warn you, if you decide to do this, if you're not comfortable with it, I wouldn't do it. But if you are, take a chance. That's what I'm going to do. Keep your fingers crossed. So basically, I'm just going to do a line around. I'm just going to doodle a line around the doily. Hold your doily down because remember, not every little edge is glued down. Got really close to that one. I'm trying to not touch the doily really, but every now and then my hand gets where it thinks it can go wherever it wants. This little piece of doily sticking out. Let me trim this off even. You know, sometimes they don't get them trimmed very nicely. This one's the same way. Let me see if there's any more. There's one right there. It's like they make them and they're attached to each other and they just cut them apart. Here's one right here too. Think we're ready again to go back. Okay. You may be thinking, what good is that doing, right? Well, because I am doing it pretty close, but when we're done, you'll see the difference. It's like the white background washes out the edges of the doily. Okay? And my pen is trying to run out. Let me get a different one. That is so aggravating. I think this one's black too. Yeah. Hopefully it has the same effect here. Yeah, and it's actually got more ink in it. And it looks better. So I'm going to go back and ink over these real fast. This is pretty much toward the end of the video if you're bored and don't want to watch this part. Okay, guys. It actually cut off a second time and told me I had too much on my phone, which I have emptied everything out of my phone, I thought. But my husband worked on my phone, and I'm back just to let you know. I just did that black line. That's the only thing you missed, is doing this black line around the doily so it doesn't look like it's, you know, blending with the background. So, that's all you missed. So, I just want to thank you guys for watching today, and thank all the new subbies for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, if you want to subscribe, hit that red button below. If you hit the bell also, it will notify you when I've posted a video. Okay, guys, appreciate you all, and I just wanted to let you know what happened. So this video will have two little splices in it. I'm sorry, but it was a fun day playing in the Traveler's Notebook. So I hope you'll come back again, and I'll talk to you then. Bye, guys.